there's all that Tantra stuff about wild sex positions and wild this and that, and some of that might be true, but the sex part of Tantra is only about 15%. And the rest of it is all a world philosophy or a spirituality that all is sacred, everything. And that is in direct opposition to all the other kinds of worldviews or religions or spiritualities that say this is sacred and this isn't. So I don't know about you, we all grew up in the, not all of us maybe, but most of us grew up in the Judeo-Christian culture, which is very clear on this is good for you and this is bad. And most of the bad stuff is the fun stuff. So, you know, the whole Judeo-Christian culture comes out of this tradition of like the body is bad because you're trying to get to heaven. Your life is so that you can get somewhere else. Your life is so that you can get to heaven. And in Tantra we say, heaven is right now. So everybody just feel that right now, what it'd be like if heaven was now. Your mind is probably going, but it's not. There's people starving, but it's not, but it's not. And that's, in Tantra, we know that our minds do that. We still try to get in a state where we can actually feel that. Most of us have been in a state at some time in our life, maybe when we were having sex, maybe when we were doing drugs, maybe when we climbed up a big hill, a mountain, we got up to the top, we looked at the vista, we went, oh, we're full of endorphins. It just felt like everything is perfect, right? We had this experience, just something that we were like, oh my God, everything is just shimmering or something like this. And in Tantra, we feel that that is the normal state of affairs, and we try to, we don't try to, but we practice getting ourselves in relaxed enough states to know that that state is possible. When you apply this to dating, then other things happen, because in dating, it's very much like right, wrong, Western dating. This person's right, this person's wrong. And what we're going to do tonight is see how everybody's right, whether we're going to get married or not. Everybody's right. Okay? So this doesn't make much sense when I say it, but it'll make more sense as we go along. So Osho, does anybody know Osho? Osho was a Tantra master from India. He lived in Oregon for a while. It's a beautiful quote. He says, Tantra is the science of transforming ordinary lovers into soulmates. And that is the grandeur of Tantra. It can transform the whole earth. It can transform each couple into soulmates. So I love this quote, and this has been the basis for a lot of Greg and my work together, because there's actually a system to be able to create the perfect relationship with the person you're with. Ideally, you know, essentially that could be anyone, but of course in practice that's not true. It can't be anyone. It has to be someone that we jive with. But the point is we can develop ourselves to the point where we can attract a perfect relationship and we can be in a perfect relationship. And there's ways to do it. It's not just going to happen by magic or Tinkerbell putting dust on us or whatever. It's something we can participate in. It doesn't have to do with getting more money or more plastic surgery or anything. It just has to do with relaxing, being more of ourselves. More money and plastic surgery might be fun. In Tantra, we're not against that either. We're just saying none of that's required in the same way that it is in the West.